Hey sweet people, how's it going? How's your day so far? Let's take 5 and grab a coffee to refresh, refuel, and to spark some ideas. This is the Creative Coffee Break and I'm your host, Marc Suess. With my Sweetspot studio, I help entrepreneurs, brand owners, and artists to find and share the sweet spot of their brand to get better clients and turn your audience into fans. In our little coffee breaks, I'm here to share some brain juice with you on how to build and grow your brand from strategy to design and storytelling. So grab your coffee and let's go.
Freshly brewed inspiration, delicious news, and hot tips to wake up your brand building. This is the Creative Coffee Break with Marc Suess.
For this first episode, I want to start with a big question. In day-to-day business, we are highly involved in the present. There are always urgent problems, questions, and tasks. How are the numbers? How are my clients? How's the team? And even if we think in strategic terms, we tend to think and plan the next campaign, the next season, next quarter, or next year. And that's okay. If you run a company or you're self-employed, that's what you have to do. But if you really want to take control and build an outstanding, unique brand, you have to think further and develop a creative vision of what you want to be in the future. When I work with my clients on the sweet spot of their brand, the first part is always finding the sweet spot. Strategy and positioning, understanding your audience, and developing creative solutions. But before we can start this journey, you need to have a goal in mind. A vision, something that you want to reach in the next, let's say, 5 years or 10, maybe even 20 years. There are different business strategies revolving around this task. A famous quote is from Franklin Covey and his book and his program, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where he lists one habit as begin with the end in mind. But the first time I really thought about a long-term vision for my brand and my company is when I read Max Frisch. He's a Swiss author and he posed the question differently. In his famous book Questionnaire, he collected several sets of philosophical, humorous, and eventually life-changing questions. It's a classic among interviewers and podcasters, but I learned that you can also apply this to brand building strategy. And the one question that I want to give to you is this. What do you want to have been? This question is about developing clarity and vision, knowing what you stand for and what you want to achieve. What clients do you want to have had? What does your dream team look like? Will it take over once you leave your business? What social impact will your brand make? What innovations will you push? What idea do you want to leave behind in the world? As much time as you invest in your brand, building your company, I think it's incredibly important to reflect on your heritage. So, what do you want to have been? And now you might ask, so Marc, what do you want to have achieved with this Creative Coffee Breaks? Well, I want to have created a community of people that are passionate about their mission, their work, and that are willing to share what inspires them, what they learned along the way. I want to capture the moment of sharing a coffee with someone and walk away having learned one new thing. That's what really makes my day, and I'd like to share that with you. So if you still wonder what the perfect coffee break is supposed to look or sound like, check out my movie recommendation for today. It's called Coffee and Cigarettes, a movie by Jim Jarmusch. It's one of my favorite movies. All right, guys, coffee break is over. It was my pleasure. If you have questions that you want me to answer or ideas that you'd like to share with the sweet people listening, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram, or you can join me in one of my Creative Coffee Break live sessions on those mentioned channels. If you want to learn more about brand building, design, and storytelling, check out my website, sweetspot-studio.com, and I'll help you find and share the sweet spot of your brand. That's it for today. I'll let you get back to it, and I'll meet you on your next coffee break.
This podcast is produced by Sweetspot Studio. New episodes each week, wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, leave a rating and subscribe to never miss an episode. Find out more at sweetspot-studio.com.